Hello and welcome to City Trekker. My name's Adam and I'll be your guide as we aim to find the right gear for the right task for you. Today we're going to take a look at the ALPAKA VERTEX pouches. Let's check it out. This video is sponsored by ALPAKA and they did send these pouches for this review. Now they don't get to watch this, they don't get to approve it before it goes live, so all thoughts and opinions are my own. ALPAKA was founded in 2015 by Ramiro Gomez and Jin Lee, who met while they were studying their master's degrees. They launched on Kickstarter with a messenger bag and now have a long line of bags and accessories. And ALPAKA is based in both Australia and Hong Kong. ALPAKA has revisited Kickstarter with these Vertex pouches. And this bag has 3 different use cases. It is a pouch, a desk caddy, and a sling. Does it pull it off? We'll find out. It's 3.5 liters, has YKK zippers, and comes in 2 different recycled materials. We've got their Axoflux material, which is a 600D polyester that's made from about 4 water bottles. We also have the RX36, which is a recycled X-Pac material. This RX36 reminds me of like an X50, but a little bit smoother. I've been using the RX36 version for the last week, including a trip. So let's get into this pouch, starting with the outside. This is their Axoflux material. So we've got this on the front and really everywhere except for the back. The pull ties on the zippers look like a Hypalon material, but it's not really. I think it's just like a plastic. Then we've got YKK zippers with a PU coating. This material on the side and this side with very subtle branding. On the bottom, we've got a D-ring here at the back. And on the back, it's a slightly different material with a pretty thick handle and 2 loops for the sling strap. On the top, we've got the main zipper access and the small quick access pocket. I've got the strap attached to this one. It's easy to put on and it rotates. We've got some good strap management, a large magnetic buckle, and some really solid padding here. Plastic hardware on this side. This strap is definitely overbuilt for this sling. I could see using this strap on like a big messenger bag, but a 3.5 liter sling, you don't need a strap this robust. And this large chunky buckle, I don't like it. And because the strap is so large, it doesn't easily fit on the inside of the pouch, so you can switch to sling mode later. So let me try this on for you. I am 6'3", 180 pounds. With the magnetic buckle, it makes it easier for taking on and off. So that's the outside. Let's get into this pouch. And before we do, I'd love for you to triple click for me. Click the like button, subscribe button, and ring that bell to check out all our future reviews. Thanks. Now we've got a quick access pocket at the top here. And I really like that this is accessible from the outside and from the inside. It's a decent size and it goes all the way to both sides. Then our main compartment. Okay, so this is cool. There are magnets here, 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 and here. So when you open it up, they connect together. And that keeps it open for when you use it as a desk caddy. I think that's wicked clever and a great feature. And then from the inside, you can access this quick access pocket. Now on the inside, we've got some good organization here. You can see we've got this light gray honeycomb material on the interior, and it's orange on the other pouch. Now this back sleeve is really a tablet sleeve and an iPad mini will easily fit in here. Then we've got this large area and this divider will come out quite a bit, but it'll move as you need it to. The center of it opens up. There's a magnet that closes it at the top, so you can put like pens and pencils there. We've got 2 mesh pockets. We've got a zipped pocket on this side with 3 small pockets on the interior of it. And then the space between this divider and the back sleeve. So that's the inside. I've got the other one full of my daily gear, so let me do an unloading for you of that one. This is the RX36 version. I just prefer the X-Pac material. They use it as sailcloth and it's super durable. So here in my quick access pouch, I've got a hero clip in case I need to hang this somewhere, and my Anchor battery pack. Love this thing. And that's all I've got in the front pocket for now. Opening the main compartment. This is my Arc'teryx jacket. It's super small. It's the Arc'teryx Norvan windshield. And I love being able to stick this in my sling so that if I'm cold at a restaurant or something, I can just pop this out and I've got a long sleeve jacket. In the front here, I've got an ALPAKA hub pouch and I've got a battery pack for my electronics, a plug, and some cords. Their hub pouch is a great size, and they've got a spot for patches, which is kind of nice. I've got my Quip gum and Quip mints, and this is a Pez-like dispenser for adults. I like it. My Fulton and Rourke cologne. I love their solid cologne and the noise that it makes when you open and close it. I did a video just about their cologne, and so you can check out the link down below for that. Native deodorant, nice small travel size here. And Young Living Peace and Calming Oil. I use this all the time. Right now I don't have anything in this divider with the magnetic closure. Got chapstick and ibuprofen. A cloth for cleaning glasses. Got this at B&H. Extra Quip gum in case I gotta reload. A cleaning wipe for my glasses. A really cool small Pagaitech tripod. My Field Notes journal with my Big Idea Designs bolt action pen. A small iPhone stand. And in the very back, my iPad. And this fits very easily in this back pocket. So that's everything. I feel like for 3.5 liters, this is a lot of stuff to fit inside. So while it says 3.5 liters, I feel like it can fit a little bit more than that. Now let's take a look at some similar slings. The Alpaka Elements Tech Case was a big hit. Now it is much smaller, but you can see how the design has developed from this to this. You've got a front pocket, loops for a strap on the back, and a main compartment with a lot of organization, lots of dividers here. Now I think this was too much organization, too many dividers. Some people cut out like at least one of the dividers so they had a little bit more space on the inside. And I feel like that's feedback that Alpaka has learned from, and so I don't feel like this is over-designed or over-organized. I appreciate that this has only the one divider in the middle and really good organization. The Peak Design 3-liter Everyday Sling is a similar design aesthetic. It's definitely simpler and there's less organization, and this is intended for cameras. You've got a camera divider inside, and while an iPad mini will fit in here, there's not a sleeve for it at all. The 1733 SidePack 3.5 liter is a similar size, but a very different kind of sling. This has an Ultra 200 material, which is very thin and very light. It's about 40% lighter than the Vertex pouch. It also has more of a tactical vibe, and while it looks really busy, it is very minimalistic in many ways. There's almost no organization on the inside of this, and it's designed to be worn around the waist as opposed to crossbody. The Evergoods Mountain Hip Pack looks much larger, but it actually is 3.5 liters. This is their Griffin version, the collab they did with Carryology, and this wax canvas is really cool. But this material does make it so that it weighs more than the Vertex pouch. And I find in slings that have a curve on the front, it's a little bit harder to organize my gear on the inside, and I end up having unused space. But dang, this material is awesome. Now the Rothmia medium sling is made out of Dyneema material, and this is a premium sling. It has a design aesthetic similar to Arc'teryx, and I really like the clean look on this. It's got a small back pocket and a main compartment. It has a sleeve in the back for your iPad, 2 front mesh pockets, and this loop that lays flat, but it can come out and you can use it for a small water bottle or a camera lens. So this is designed as a camera bag that can also be used as an everyday sling. Now this is the Wotancraft 3.5 liter sling. And while the design aesthetic on this is very different, and even the layout of it is very different, I think it's the most similar to the Vertex pouch. I say that for 2 main reasons. 1, you have just as much organization, it's just laid out differently. And 2, you've got removable straps so that you can use this like a pouch if you want to. It's got a top pocket, a back pocket that'll fit an iPad mini, a small quick access pocket, a loop for a jacket or an umbrella, a hidden mesh pocket on the inside here, and a main compartment with 4 mesh pockets. So it looks like a really thin profile, but when you load this thing up, it sticks out a bit more. I really like this sling, and I mean, everything I've gotten from Wotancraft is definitely premium products. All right, so let's talk about the positives and the negatives of the Alpaka Vertex pouch. Starting with the negatives, the first one is that it's too heavy. Now I almost want to recant that immediately, but let me explain why. The Axoflux version weighs 380 grams and the RX36 weighs 420 grams. Now that's less than a pound. If you add the strap, then it is more than a pound. And when you fill this up and carry it, it feels like, oh, this is kind of a heavy sling. And it's got that bulky handle in the back, and it feels really solid. And so it almost gives you the illusion that it's heavier than it actually is. But then when I empty everything out of it and I pick it up, I'm like, oh, this isn't that heavy at all. And when you compare it to other slings, it's really in between light slings and heavier slings in the same size. So it's not too heavy. It's a little heavier than I would prefer, but it's not bad. The second negative, I don't know if it can be avoided, but I find that when I'm wearing it like a sling, when it's fully loaded, it kind of leans forward a little bit at the top and the bottom corner digs into my body. I feel like it might have to do with the location of the strap attachments. It's just something I've noticed. The third negative is that this is a terrible strap for a 3.5 liter sling. It's way too big, way too bulky. This buckle is huge and it adds to the weight. And it makes it so I can't easily stuff it inside so I can switch to sling mode later when I want to. Also, this pad does not move along the strap, so I can't adjust it depending on how I'm wearing the sling. So if I wear it on the front side, the cushion is in the right spot, but when I switch it to my back, the cushioned part doesn't go over my shoulder anymore, and I can't adjust it to do that. They originally sent me this strap, which doesn't have the shoulder padding, and it has this terribly large buckle. Now it is much thinner, but I prefer this strap from Wandered because it has a small magnetic buckle right here, and it easily can just be thrown into the inside of the pouch and it's not going to take up a lot of space. So I recommend you get one of these. It's like 20 bucks or something on the Wandered's website, and I use it for a lot of my slings. So I get how this strap might be good for like a 15-liter messenger bag, but not for a 3.5 liter sling. And the last negative I would say is just a missed opportunity. There's no zipped back pocket on this where you could put like a passport or something like that. My 4 favorite positives on this is 1, it fits an iPad mini in the back sleeve. I don't understand companies that are making slings that don't think about where an iPad mini might fit. And therefore some of the designs of new slings don't even fit an iPad mini. They'll come like 1 centimeter too small and then you can't even fit it in at all. iPad minis made up like 9% of all Apple sales last year. There's hundreds of thousands of them out there. And when it comes to small slings, I think you have to take that into consideration. And I love that it doesn't just fit, but there's a dedicated sleeve for it. The second positive is the magnets on the front. I don't notice the magnets as far as like their weight, or I can't even feel them really, but I love that it holds that top flap down so that I have full access to the inside. Brilliant use of magnets, and I don't know if this is the first time that Alpaca has used magnets in this kind of way. I think it might be. The third positive is that it has great organization. I do like their Elements Tech case, but I think it was a little too organized and I could have done with 1 less divider. I feel like this is the perfect amount of organization where the level of organization isn't getting in the way of what I want to do and how I want to use the sling. I feel like Alpaca continues to learn from iterating different designs, and I think they nailed it on the organization on this pouch. The fourth and final positive is that this is meant to be used as a pouch, a desk caddy, and a sling. And there aren't a lot of bags out there that try and do 3 different things and pull it off, and I feel like this actually does it. That's no small thing for me to say that, because I'm super critical of this kind of stuff, where like, our bag does everything and you can use it lots of different ways. It really does work in all 3 of those ways, and I like it. Some people might not like using this in sling mode, and I understand that, but I tend to use larger slings, and so for me, this doesn't stick out too much. Alpaca is one of those companies where they are putting out product all of the time. And I like about half of their stuff, and they don't care that I don't like the other half. They just make a new product. In Australia, they have their business offices, and I think they might do their design there as well. And then in Hong Kong is where all the production is done. And they own their own manufacturing facility, so they can do small runs of things, try it out, see if people like it. If they do, they'll make more. They'll try different materials and different colors, but only if it's successful in that first run. So because of that, they're always making new products. They always have different iterations of those products, and it seems like every week they're putting something out. With the Vertex pouch, they slowed it down a little bit and launched it on Kickstarter with incredible success. So I think this is releasing to the rest of the world after the Kickstarter around December, January timeframe. So that's the Alpaca Vertex pouch. I get a lot of bags, a lot of pouches, a lot of slings, and I do not keep most of them because I just don't have room for it. I'm telling you, I'm planning on keeping the RX36 version of this. I really like this product. If you have any questions, feel free to post them down below, and I'll have links to Alpaca and other products that you saw in this video as well. Thank you to Alpaca for sponsoring this video and for providing these pouches. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel to check out all of our future reviews. Thanks so much, and take care. That's it.